Good morning, guys. This will be the last video I will upload this semester, and it's going to be about the Venus lab. It's going to be a very easy lab since you've been working on the previous labs before. The Moon lab, the Earth's diurnal motion, the constellations lab, all of the techniques and a few of some of those tools that you have used before are going to be used in this lab. So if you read the instructions, they are pretty straightforward. You just have to complete this table. You go to this date. It says on the instructions first that you have to go to Pisa, Italy, because that's where Galileo was located in 1610 when he made his observations of Venus. The idea is to observe the phases of Venus. Now, the difference between Venus and the moon is that you will only observe the phases if you observe Venus in a period of time, you know, of a year, because it takes approximately less than a year for Venus to go around the sun. So you still need to go around almost the entire period of the Earth around the sun to observe all the phases of Venus. In fact, let me show you here, right? If that happens, you can always remove the ground. You don't need to remove the atmosphere because you're going to zoom in. And you can observe that the illumination for Venus is almost 100%. It's basically a full, right, phase, a full Venus phase. So then you have to go, not month by month, but you have to go every 2 months. So you go first from May to June, and then from June to August, and then to October, and so on, up until March, April of 1611. So let's take a look. Let's first go. That's June, August. That's already a gibbous there. I would say between October and November is when you see the first quarter. Then in January, you kind of still see a first quarter. To see the waxing crescent of Venus, you have to be in February. And then in March, you have a new Venus. That will complete this table. The apparent diameter is also here, and that's going to change. It has to change because of the inferior and superior conjunction. So Venus is getting closer and farther as we go around the sun because of the orbits law that we did before. So you know that already. So that will allow you to answer the questions about if Venus was on the same size, which was not. In terms of the rotational period of Venus, you need the lecture, but the hint will be that Venus does not rotate around its axis as it goes around the sun. It's not as obvious. Besides the very dense atmosphere. As you know, Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system, right? Even though it's not the closest planet to the sun, it's because of the strong greenhouse effect. And that's because of the very dense atmosphere. So that should give you a hint of this. Now, for the sidereal period of Venus, that's actually a very interesting part of this lab. What you need to do is, as it says here, you're going to go back to 2016. And it's all about timing. July 11, 2016. It says here that you want to you want to time the Ray Ascension J2000 into 9 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. So you want to align the planet by adjusting this. If I go by day, it goes to match. Actually, not that much. Let's see. Ray Ascension. Yeah, let's see exactly what's. Advance of time. Yeah, so we can go by days. That's fine. So my Ray Ascension on here is 9 hours, 3 minutes, 9 point. So that's too much. So we're gonna go now here by hours. 9 hours, 0 minutes. Now let's adjust the minutes. That's too much. There. 9 hours, 0 minutes, 1.15 seconds. Now I adjust the seconds. 9 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. So that's my Ray Ascension there. The 22nd of July 2016. Let's remove the atmosphere. Now I'm gonna go forward on time until I find that Ray Ascension. Basically, you wanna find the same position after one period, one sidereal period, respect to the stars. I'm doing by months now. By days. By hours. See what I'm doing? So I'm getting exactly now is the 5th of September 2017. So it's more than a year. And that's fine because wait a second. I did something wrong. That's fine. So we were in July the 23rd. And then let's go back to 9 now because the period, the sidereal period is less than a year for us. So I did clearly something wrong. That can happen. That's fine. So I'm going back to 2016. Let's see what I did wrong. It should be less than a year because it's closer to the sun. So I don't know why I went back all that way. So I'm in 22nd of July 2016. So maybe I didn't look at this number properly. So let's take a look. So that's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. Should be 224.7 days. Let's see. Maybe it's not that bad. Let's take a look. So to make sure what we're doing is correct, we're gonna go to this place here and I'm gonna estimate what I did before. So I was in July 22nd, 2016. and I have to put a time, so I didn't record that, so that was my mistake. But for this is gonna give me more than a year. Let's take a look. So I'm just doing this live right now. Change. That's a synodic period. The synodic period should be the sidereal period should be 224. Okay. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. My bad. See? So that's what we have to read instructions. I was not where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be on the sun. So I have to be on the sun to be able to observe the sidereal period. What I was doing was measuring the synodic period. The synodic period is more than a year. That's fine. The sidereal period, however, yeah, there you are. That's why. The sidereal period, that will give me what I was looking at. So let's go again, 2016, July. Yeah, that's why it was the 11th of July. That's why I was surprised I was not getting the right date. So we are 11th of July 2016. Now let's go by month. Yeah, so that makes sense. Now I'm in the 21st of February. So between July and February are around 200 days, right? We're talking about July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So you're talking about 8 months, an average of 30 days, 240, give or take a couple of weeks, 225 days. And that's approximately the sidereal period. Of course, you have to use this website to do it correctly with a date and time, but that will be it for this lab. All right, so be very careful when you are doing this part. You saw my mistake. For the sidereal period of Venus, you have to be on the sun. The synodic period, that's what I was doing. That's why it was different. That will be different. The sidereal period is different. All right, you have to be on the sun. All right, so hopefully this will be clear, guys. If you have any questions, I will be doing a conference later today to help you with these labs. All right, have a nice rest of your weekend.